Hey everyone, welcome to Limited Appeal, where we draft some stuff on Magic Arena to, have fun, to learn a little bit about drafting, and to all get better together. We're getting a little bit closer to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's technically true. It's absolutely technically true. That's the best kind of true. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and we'll hopefully post one of these almost every day. That's the goal right now. So let's get into the Premier Draft queue because that's the only avatar queue we have right now. I think in a couple of days we're getting the Quick Draft queue, which is obviously a very different experience from drafting with real people. Bots kind of do interesting things. There's definitely some ways, or at least there have historically been some ways to abuse the way that that bots draft to sort of get yourself what you want most of the time. And the power level tends to be a little bit higher there too. Ooh, okay. Wow, this sucks. This sucks and is amazing at the same time. Because we have two of like the best cards in the format right here. Katara is just absurd. If this lands, you're and doesn't get removed, you're basically going to win the game. Heck, if this lands a lot of the time, if you have enough extra mana or enough stuff to waterbend, you will win the game on the spot. This legend is also really good. Scry True 2, then draw a card. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1. I think Katara is objectively stronger. It's a stronger card. It's a bigger bomb. But I don't want to necessarily commit to blue-white right out the gate. Blue can fit by itself into a lot of different combinations. Like, we're passing a Lightning Strike here. We're passing a Suki. We're passing a Trebuchet. These are things that will... I don't think any of them are going to wheel, but they'll potentially push our co-drafters into those colors, hopefully, and then we'll see some other stuff back. Secret of Bloodbending is not a good mythic. I don't even know if it's playable, to be honest. I've seen it played. It hasn't done a whole lot when I've seen it played, but for 14 mana, you control your opponent during their next turn. For 4 mana, you get their combat phase. And, the combat phase can be pretty good. You can definitely blow some people out, but, triple blue is really rough as well. Reinforcements is nice. Combustion technique is really good. I kind of like red-blue for lessons a little bit. I don't necessarily know that we have any reason to go into blue-white right now. Invasion reinforcements is not better than combustion technique. And I feel like the blue-red deck is often as strong as the blue-white deck. I think they're very similar in power level when you get the good cards for them. Okay, so Jet Freedom Fighter is the best card here. Heartless Act might be maybe arguably better than Jet. This would in the current state of things be a triple red card. Of course we could go blue, red, white as well. That's somewhere we could wind up being. But since we're still really early in the draft, I'd rather just take the card that is better here and see what winds up being a little bit more open. Airbending Lesson is great. If that came back, that would be a strong signal. If Heartless Act comes back, that would be a strong signal that literally nobody's drafting black because that's the only black card in this pack. But it's kind of a weak pack in general. So we're just going to take the Jet and see what happens. Okay, so Lightning Strike is cool here. Jaded Edge is cool here. We're not seeing a whole lot of blue, unfortunately. I mean, I guess you could say Messenger Hawk is blue. Snowballers is technically blue. It's just not something I necessarily love playing a lot of the time. Lightning Strike doesn't fit as well into the sort of lesson archetype if we're going lessons. But we're not going lessons. We don't know that we're going lessons or anything like that right now. And it is just red, so we could totally drop the Legend of Karuk, if we decide that blue is not open enough for us. These are some solid white cards though. White might be open here. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Lightning Strike. It fits well with 3 of our first 4 picks. Swamp Snare Trap at pick 5 is pretty good. Airbending Lesson at pick 5 is also pretty good. I did just say white might be open. So maybe we just pick up the Airbending Lesson and then see if we keep getting past good red and white cards. Because we haven't seen any blue. We haven't really seen any blue since our first pick in pack 1. Swamp Snare Trap is good, but I'm not going to go into black. I like to avoid black as much as I can in this format. It's just sort of like the weakest color, it feels like. Water Tribe Captain's okay. Pretending Pallbearers is good. There's not really anything else here. We could try to go Shrines. Pick 6 Crescent Island Shrine is a pretty okay pick. If we plan on going shrines. It's obviously garbage if we don't plan on going shrines. I don't know if we've seen any other shrines, though. I think Pretending Poxbearers is probably the choice here. And we're kind of just settling into Boros, kind of. And maybe black. I don't know. Boomy Bash is fine. I can take that. It doesn't really commit me to anything other than what I'm already committed to. Cruel Administrator is okay. I say that because I've never been attacked by a Cruel Administrator, and I've never got to attack with a Cruel Administrator. It tends to just die as soon as it hits the board, in my experience. Yeah, Boomy Bash is fine. I don't want to try to push into... Oh, there's the temple. I keep saying temple. They're shrines. They're just called temples. Why are they called... Okay, serious question. Why are they typed as shrine and called temple? I know what the answer is, because shrine is sort of like an existing type that we use in Magic, but like, come on. I like the Tylee more. I don't like the Tylee more. I shouldn't say that. I like the Cadets quite a bit, and I like the Tylee quite a bit. But we'll probably see more Cadets. We might not see more Tylees. Okay, so the Trebuchet Wield. That's really interesting. And we only have 2 white cards right now. Let's see if there's any... We'll take the Trebuchet and see if any other black cards... Like, the Vindictive Warden is nice if we wind up doing a lot of firebending. It can just poke in a lot of extra damage. The Tiger Dillo? Oh, it's an Armadillo and a Tiger. I get it now. I see. I just had to say it out loud. The Tiger Dillo is actually really good if you're in sort of like green-red. I like both of these cards. I still have no idea what the heck we're doing. I don't know that Zhang's Deserters are necessarily better for us right now. Having probably the best trick in the format is definitely good right here. The Lizard is fine. We're probably not going green, and I'm definitely not taking those guys. Azula Always Lies is a good black card. I'm not going to place the Storm or the Renewal, probably. And we're still kind of like on the fence about what colors we're in. So... having an okay black trick is fine by me. Okay, cool. I don't like it all that much. Actually, this is kind of interesting. What does this card even actually do? I don't know what Firelord Zuko does. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So, Airbending and Zuko himself trigger this ability. And maybe some other things that I'm not thinking of. But Obsessive Pursuit is a really good black card. We could honestly be black, red, white. Is that Mardu? I think that's what that's called. I always forget what the tricolor groups are called. Which would take us out of the blue. We can drop that now. The thing is, like, Obsessive Pursuit is really good too. So we'll probably want to take some fixing a little bit more aggressively now, but I really think if the colors stay the way they were last pack for the most part, then we could very well wind up in these 3 colors. Fated Firepower is absurdly powerful. I have blown people out with this card, and I have been blown out by this card. War Balloon is fine. It's better with firebending. It's not bad without it. It's basically just going to be a 4/3 flyer whenever you want it to be most of the time. Technically costs 6, but it never really feels like it costs 6, because if you're utilizing your mana perfectly, it obviously costs 6, but if you're not utilizing your mana perfectly, it doesn't feel like you're really dumping. See, the issue is with Fated Firepower and taking it here is that it costs 3 red. But we already have Jet Freedom Fighter, and that is objectively worse than this, so Cat Gator is a great card, but not when I'm not even sure if I'm white. Or sorry, not if I'm not even sure that I'm black. We only have 2 white cards, actually. 2 cards that are strictly white. I don't love Rakdos in this format, though. I've had, like, very little success with black-red. It just feels like it doesn't have enough... It doesn't have enough board presence a lot of the time to really close out games. Firebending Lesson versus Lightning Strike, I think we take the Firebending Lessons. If we had more Firebending at this point, we could take the Fire Nation attacks, because this card is really good, especially when you can cheat it out early. Getting 2/2/2s down that also Firebend is really powerful. Judy is good. Deadly Precision is good. We're not necessarily sacrificing a lot of things right now. It's not our MO. Which is why I'm kind of just leaning towards the Firebending Lessons. But then Judy gets really good if you start sacrificing things, right? I think Firebending Lessons is just better for us right now. Wolf Bat is good on the sort of same line there, where if we're, you know, sacrificing things, then it's a good target for that. We're not drawing any extra cards really, though, so it kind of loses its appeal there a bit. We could take the My Jaded Edge, or we could just take the Misty Palm Oasis, actually. That's a choice. Because I'm not sure that we're necessarily going to go white yet. Okay. Well, this pack isn't good for us. I think the Disciple is probably just the best choice here for us. We're more aggressive than we are, like, big and top-end heavy. The Beetle is playable, but it's not good. We already have a fancy footwork, especially when I'm not committed to white, per se. I'm not going to push too much into that, into having white tricks, when we could just have, like, a decent 2/2 for 2. That does stuff. Not necessarily good stuff, but it does stuff. And, like, I mean, hey, I have been blown out by this card before. I have lost to this card, because sometimes just making something unblockable is enough to get you there. It not usually, but sometimes. Zhong Zhong is good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we have some lessons. I don't think we're playing all of the lessons that we have, but now the question is Deserters or Ruffians. Like, Ruffians is a 3/1 body that fits and is, like, works with sacrificing. Zhong Zhong's Deserters. I like the Ruffian a little bit more in this format right now. I've seen people use Zhong Zhong's Deserters really well, but I find it often quite underwhelming. Water Tribe Captain would be okay if we were a little bit more committed to white right now. The Precision is whatever. It's a good card. Hog Monkey, Fire Nation Raider. We don't want another Mongoose. I don't really see myself playing any of them, but I think Hog Monkey is the most playable. We'll take... Again, I don't see myself playing the Beetle right now, but we'll take the Beetle. Oh, Fire Nation attacks Wheel. So is nobody in red, and we've just seen, like, mediocre red. Is nobody in black either? This is interesting. I actually want the Peddlers more than the Freedom Fighters, I think. Octopus form, we like being the last pick is also kind of weird to me. I have opened this specific rare more than any other card in this format. I feel like I see this card in my pack once per draft. I'm pretty sure I open it every single draft at this point. And it's not very good. It's just not very good. If everything had haste, it would be really good. But it's without it, it's really not good at all. Firebending lesson or fixing. I think we're just taking about the firebending lesson here. Hopefully my wheels. I could see Hayby being picked here too, but you can never have too many firebending lessons. That's become my motto here. Deadly precision or a Mai. Like, how many Mai's have we seen now? This is number 4. I would obviously never play 4 in my decks. We could play a Messenger Hawk. It gives us a clue and it sacrifices itself to trigger the sacrifice effects that we currently don't have. I don't like this deck right now, guys. This deck is a mishmash of a whole bunch of things, and none of them are very good. And I feel like the precision might wheel, so. And I think mine might wheel as well. Team Avatar is amazing. Sold out. Like, I don't know if I'm actually playing white at this point. I might still find a way to... I mean, I probably won't, though, right? Because we don't really have anything coming in from Exile, unfortunately. Like, I wanted to get there with some airbending, but it just didn't really happen. So let's just take Sold Out. It's good removal. Azula on the Hunt. Actually, that's tough. Like, Azula on the Hunt's really good, too. How many creatures do I have? Quickly, 11? Yeah, Sold Out. I want more removal. My number 5, May number 5, or Lightning's. Listen, one of them is going to wheel, okay? We're going to get a My on the wheel. Lightning Strike number 3 might be too much, because the problem with Lightning Strike is that there's a lot of things in this format that it just doesn't hit. But being able to hit them in the face is not the worst thing ever either. Combustion Man is fine. Swamp Snare Trap. Like, Combustion Man is a really good game card that can, like, close out the game a little bit, right? You can close out games pretty quickly with Combustion Man if it stays on the board. Swamp Snare Trap is good early removal. I think we need more bodies now. We have quite a bit of removal. Yeah, we need better ways to end the game right now because our Mongoose isn't going to end the game. Interesting. So, I don't think Sun Warriors is strong enough to play white for at this point. And I don't think any of these cards are strong enough for me to take either. Like, actually, Long Feng might be playable in this deck. Double black in a sacrifice, in a sort of sacrifice deck is not impossible to hit. We want some Poxbearers here. Like I said, I like the Warden, but we don't have enough firebending for it, I don't think. There's a pick 8 Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. That's crazy. This card is so good. Beetle, Deserter. I'm not probably playing any of these. I'm more likely to play a second Deserter, I think. Hey, go figure it wheeled. I'm just going to take it to rare drafted at this point, and hopefully that will tell the Magic Arena algorithm to stop giving it to me. I'm not taking the red-white land because I don't think we're going to play a red-white land. Coincidentally, now we're seeing nothing of... Did none of the Maze wheel? None of the Mai? Somebody has like 3 of those in their deck. Could have been us. But I genuinely thought one of those would wheel. The fact that none of them wheeled is crazy. Actually, I might play him. Our deck sucks. It's not a good deck. It's legitimately all over the place. It does a little bit of everything, and it does absolutely nothing well. I think the way that we win games is just going to be off the back of Fated Firepower sometimes. Like, we drop this out of nowhere and just steal games. That's the only real plan I have. Otherwise, maybe just removing all the creatures that hit the board from our opponents and hoping that that's enough. It's not most of the time. You need some sort of bomb or way to win a game most of the time. I just wish we could have played this. It's really sad that we got completely cut off on blue as soon as we pick up a super solid mythic blue card. Which is, like, the story of my life with Magic Arena, I find. Whenever we get a super awesome mythic bomb, we never actually get to play it because we're just immediately cut out from those colors. So 3 cuts based on what I have in the deck right now. And the Deadly Precision that I said would wheel didn't wheel either. That's really interesting. Okay. I want to keep my 2 drops just so that we have something to play and like poke in with early game. Messenger Hawk is injured. Earth Village Ruffians does not need to be here. Combustion Man. Jet honestly doesn't need to be here either. The Mongoose Lizard is fine. I don't hate having them in the deck at like the top. He's not. This is probably one of the. I'd say he's like middle of the range for the cyclers. With the blue one probably being the best at closing out games and the green one often being the worst. But the lizard is kind of somewhere in the middle. The mana in this deck is going to be really rough because, like, hitting this for 3, having this at 2. Like, admittedly, you don't necessarily want to play this at the beginning of the game, so you're not really trying to rush it out. But with 12 creatures. I mean, this is effectively a creature, right? And we have so much good removal at this point that maybe we don't need the Azula Always Lies, or maybe we just don't need a bad creature in Deserters Disciple. Like, there's nothing that it really works with. So yeah, I'm not expecting this deck to get a whole lot of wins, unfortunately. But who knows? We may get lucky and just get some off the back of having a bazillion removal spells. But I'm gonna have to draft a better deck to probably get to Mythic, unfortunately. Okay, I mean, hey, it'd be worse. Problem number 2 is that we don't have that many sack outlets. We have Deadly Precision. We have Deadly Precision. I mean, technically, Trebuchet is a sack outlet as well. We put a long thing just in case, like, they have some removal, or they have the or they have the flash thing that lets you put in what's it called? Creatures, 2/1/1s. So next turn we have Combustion Man. Hopefully they don't have any more removal. I'm sure they do because they've played nothing at all this game, but who knows? Might get lucky. Oh, they have their own peddlers. Okay. I'll trade with your peddlers. Yep. And now we just hope that they have nothing because we don't. We have nothing. And they have 5 cards. Okay, that's something. That is definitely something. It's unfortunately something too. Do you have any allies? No, you don't, right? Okay. I don't think they're going to block, but if they do, that's great. You want to remove? That's fine. That does nothing for you. I wasn't getting it back anyway. Now, since they airbended our Combustion Man there, I have to hope that that means they don't have removal. But of course they do. Who even plays Zuko's Exile? Come on. Okay, so I don't know that I necessarily want to pop that right away. Okay, we're gonna pop it right away. Like, obviously we have things that have synergy with sacrificing stuff, so in a perfect world we want to hold on to that to, like, maybe put an extra counter on a peddler or something like that. Wolf that too, huh? Can I just kill them both? Let's see what we draw first. I have a lot of mana. Deadly precision. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better about killing them both because we will have something else to kill later. Obviously I don't want like the wolf bat might come back and that sucks, but and the lightning strike would always have gone to their face for extra damage too, but having deadly precision in the hand to remove something big if they drop something big is nice as well. Like they are on like the world's slow. Oh, they're on a much faster clock now. Actually, that feels much better. I was gonna say they're on the world's slowest clock, so it wasn't necessarily the best idea to start removing things for them, but now that we have a better clock, it makes more sense. Of course. Why not? Why not? Airbend it. Airbend it. Do it. Okay, so now the board is empty, and we have nothing. Our opponent hopefully continues to have nothing. But it's going to be really scary if they, you know, get an actual good airbending target here. Or not an airbending, technically not airbending, a good flicker target. We want to be playing, we can hold one land basically just in case they have the noble that makes you discard. The premise being that we want to make X for this as big as possible. Actually, we just win, right? We just play this end of their turn and then win. We can just lightning strike them in the face. This just needs to be 6. We have 5, 9. Yeah, that's 6. Now they can make a food token, though, and that would literally ruin everything that I'm doing here. If they make a food token, it would really suck for us. If they scry, that's perfect. I hope they scry. Do they have a way to gain life? Yes! It worked! See, I told you. Faded Firepower. Blowouts. It can win you games. It is an amazing card sometimes. Our opponent obviously had no reason to play around it. Who drops Faded Firepower for 6 and then lightning strikes you to the face for 9? Nobody. Scrying is obviously the right choice for them there. That's like one of the most absurd lines you could ever potentially play around. IDing the fact that your opponent has 9 mana, can play X is 6. Come on. My connection is fine. I was literally just playing the game. Better not have counted that as a loss for some reason. Sorry. Sorry about the cough. Unfortunately, is happening a little bit right now. Okay, good. Wait, what? Seriously? All right, so you can't see it under my face, but we have 0 losses. You can see it over on the left side of things, though, that we also have 0 wins. So maybe we'll hit play, and after this game, we'll have 2 wins? I don't know. Because if we don't, that would really suck. This hand is 5 removal spells, and we don't even have a black source, but... Now it's 5 removal spells, 3 land, no black source. Okay, so our opponent is 3 colors, probably. At least. Hopefully they're not shrines, because I don't think we can beat shrines. Yeah. I don't combust that because I feel like these guys can hit me, can do like a little bit more. I'm going to keep taking, like I can take 1 here for a while, probably. I'm not in a rush to remove this guy. Unless they like pump it or something. I'm holding on to the firebending lesson at this point because it's going to hit for 5 very soon. That was unfortunate. We still have some tricks though. We still have our Azula Always Lies. They're down. They're not doing all that much right now. I'm not going to block you. I don't know what you have. You've already shown me a yip yip. I'm scared of you. Sure. -1/-1, +1/+1, so that would be a 1/1. That would be a 1/5. That would be a 2/2. I feel like we can get more value from the Azula at some point. So in that situation, we actually could have potentially blocked because I think what they're like telegraphing to us is Razor Rings, right? So on that note, we actually might block next turn to get their Razor Rings out. Oh, okay. Perfect. You don't even get a clue. Oh wait, do you? No, you don't. It failed. It fizzles. The whole thing fizzles. Oh, and we still have Boomy Bash, so we'll play out the Lizard here. We have a 5/6 Menace with Boomy Bash in hand. I always forget that this deals 1 damage. We should have done this the other. No, it wouldn't have worked the other way around. Okay, no, this was still correct. We would have been blown out pretty hard if we had done it. But I do need to remember that this does 1 damage because it may be relevant at some point. I would hope there's no attacks here because them attacking here implies that there's actually like some trick in their hand, right? What'd you have? Are you just going to pump up and hit me for 4? That's fine. Is that the trick you have? No? Okay, cool. Are you going to draw a card? What are you going to do? What is the last card? I'm very curious now. So let's start by attacking. If they have the +2/+2, that doesn't really matter. Because then we'll just trade with our Water Tribe Captain. I think we just throw down Ty Lee and get more damage on the board. I think they're going to draw end of turn. I think that's what they're like maybe holding their mana for. And like Water Tribe Captain is something that we can deal with right now. I don't really mind taking 3 more damage if they decide to keep attacking. Whereas there are potentially things they could play out that we are going to struggle to deal with. There aren't many other tricks that I can think of other than outmaneuver, right? They've already, sorry, not maneuver, cunning maneuver. They've already played 2 tricks. Is their deck like just tricks or something? Is that what we're playing against? A trick deck? What is your last card, man? I need to know. Oh, that. Okay. So there's no reason for us not to block here. So this is just game next turn unless they draw something obnoxious off the top. They can pump everything up 1-1 here as well. They potentially gain 1 life. I'll kill that. Maybe they pump everything, maybe they don't, who knows. Maybe they just concede. Now, we wait. Do we have 2 wins? Because we should have 2 wins now. Apparently my tier didn't go up either, so maybe the win just didn't count? It didn't register our win from last game? Come on, where did my win go? Yeah, it's gone. My win literally disappeared. I am down 1 win. That's crazy. I lost a win, guys. You saw it happen. If I, like, lose gems, I am complaining. I wind up going, like... If I don't win any more games, or only win 1 more game, yeah, I cannot keep this. I don't have anything to play until turn 4. This is better, technically, I guess. Technically better. So the greedy play here would be dropping a land. I'm not going to do that, but... I feel like that's the best version of this hand, unfortunately. So we are going to play out Ty Lee, I think. Also, just fun fact, I think we're going to lose this game in general. But lead with Ty Lee. Then if we hit, we can attack with Ty Lee. Potentially, if we hit a land, we can potentially attack with Ty Lee with the Trebuchet out as well. Obviously no blocks. But yeah, our having to mull there is going to really hurt us. Right, that's unfortunate. Are you just going to like Razor Ring me maybe? If I had... I think we're just going to attack and then see what they do. If they Razor Rings, that's fine. Yeah, not much weak. Well, actually, hold on. Does this save it? +1/+1 and prowess? Well, actually. Is this the right choice? Probably not, but we're doing it anyway because we're stuck on 3 mana. We hit them for 6. Do you actually have something? Okay, that I genuinely don't care about. That's a trick gone. I did not care about your creature. I just wanted to hit you for 6. Okay, I mean, that's scary in the long run, but... All right, do they have another one? That's the question. Like, if they have another ring, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to do that because we're going to play out the peddlers after this. Okay. Are you going to quad block? Oh, sorry, triple block? No, you're just going to chump block. Okay, sure. We would be doing a lot better if we had land. So they can start drawing with the Rallier now, basically, I think. If they play out like a Kyoshi Warriors. If I top deck a land, again, we'll have like an actual good attack into anything they play. Use our Trebuchet, we'll turn on the peddlers. Okay, sure. That's perfect. What you got? So obviously we want to make it so that the Momo cannot block here, and then we're going to swing all. Because I don't really want them putting a +1/+1 counter on something. Okay, sure. You airbend it, but it still works. Leave the Trebuchet alone. I mean, the reality is I just have to block, right? If they have a trick to kill it, they have a trick to kill it. I don't have the luxury of taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So, Fire Nation attacks. This costs 6, right? Okay, so they won't have mana for this next turn. I think we swing in with the peddlers. I'm happy to trade that with the wrestlers. Yeah, I'm happy to trade that with the wrestlers. If they want to. And if not, we have blockers. That's how you... Okay, sure. I would have sworn you would do it the other way around. Just to get the peddlers off the board. Because next turn you're not going to be able to block. Oh, okay. So now I actually have potentially a lethal attack next turn. Depending on how they attack here. They're swinging for 10, right? But... Actually, no. If they swing all in, we have to block something. Well, they have 2 cards in hand, right? No, we're gonna play it safe, I think. I think we're gonna play it safe, do this. Because obviously we could swing in for lethal next turn if we have a Firebender dude out, right? But I think we play safe. We're not like crazy far behind or something. If they have removal, then we're in a better spot for it. That's also an interesting choice. Another Momo, huh? So I'm at 4. We can combustion the wrestlers or the captives. So we swing in here, see if they block with the Momo. They probably will. Cool. And if they pump the wrestlers, we kill the wrestlers. If they scry, okay. Hopefully they bottom too. That would be good. Okay. So we Tylee. And I think we combust the captives. Use that scarier if they hit their land. If they hit a land, though, obviously, then we need to block the Rumble Wrestlers, and that kind of sucks, but... We just hope to hit a land here, right? Yeah, we just block, chump this. If we... The Tylee can only make one thing unblockable, right? Yeah. So the thing is, with Tylee, we actually can just win next turn if we top deck an instant speeds card, or like a sorcery or an instant, right? If we can kill one of these creatures next turn, we can win off Tylee. But that's really ambitious. So I think we just chump here, and then we will probably inevitably draw us. Okay, we did that. So that's fine. So this is a lethal attack, so they have to block the peddlers. Whether they dual block it or chump block it, I don't know, but... Obviously, they win on removal here, unfortunately, but... This is just kind of how we have to play it to win. We have to hope they hit land, like... Come on, you gotta hit land, man. You only have 5 land out. It's turn. You've drawn 17 cards. You need more land. Yes! Success! Alright. Wait, this is Vigilance? Oh, shit. Oh, shit! I didn't realize... Okay, so... I didn't realize it had Vigilance. Obviously, we have to do this. So if we hit a land, we attack in with the peddlers, play our lizard. And now we just hope that our opponent hits land again or something. Or something that isn't relevant. Removal obviously wins them the game. There's not that much removal in white-green, though. Like, it would need to be a path to redemption. Okay, no, that's, like, actually really good for you. Yeah. No, that's probably one of the better things you could have had. I'm at 1 if they choose to attack with both of them. They would lose, but... Okay. There's something they know that I don't? Yeah, like, why? Coincidentally, I won anyways, off drawing the Boomy Bash. But, like, why? Why would you do that attack? That's literally just throwing the game. You actually have, like, the means to block me. Not we should be 3-0 now. This is a 3-0. This could be our first 8-0 actually. If we play our cards right. We won't because the deck isn't very good, but it could legitimately be the first 8-0 that we ever get. And may ever get. All right. We should be mythic actually, I think. We should currently be mythic. So we need a land. And then this hand is actually good. Good enough. It's not amazing, it's good. Alright, living on the edge. Okay. Alright, we hit the land, so that's good. Them playing this on turn 1 I don't necessarily love, but yeah. What you gonna do? I wonder if they're going to actually be all the colors. Are you gonna quench it? Sure. I could not care less about that. That's why we played it out first, actually. Because it's quite quenchable. Yeah, that's a good card. Playing Azula, actually that's interesting. Getting 2 triggers off Azula Always Lie. We could if we hit a land. I don't know. We don't even just swing in with this guy. They still have some mana here, so that's interesting too. Actually, we could just do that. 3. I'd kind of rather use Azula Always Lies though to this. Let's see what they do first. Choose attackers. Get in there. See if they block. I mean, there's no reason for them to block, right? Yeah, I didn't think this through that well, because obviously they have no reason to block here. We could make this a 5 power creature, though. That could be cool. And then we still have the firebending lasso. And sold out. And this only ever gets bigger on the front end, right? It's still always going to be an X2. Obviously, we want to kind of watch out for their mana. They have 1, 2, 3. Oh, God. Do they have all the colors? 1, 2, 3, 4. They have all the colors! Can this tap for mana right now? Oh, God. Oh, gosh. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't paying attention, guys. That's fine. We'll just destroy it now. They did not earthbend for 5. They should have maybe earthbend for 5 there. Did you have all the colors, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, because it can't. I'm dumb. Like, I am really dumb. I was counting the amount of mana they had available to them, not. We want to target this to see if they have like a trick, because I really want to get rid of the ally, the earthen ally, because it's going to start making big stuff, and we don't want big stuff. What does this one do again? Oh, this earth bends. Yeah, this one's really good. It's good that it's sorcery speed. But this is going to get scary if they hit another lesson. Obviously, we have sold out for it, which we will immediately do if they make us. But in a perfect world, I want to Boomy Bash it. If we can hit 2 land before we have to deal with it. Okay, so that's a good sign for us that they don't really have anything great here. If we get through this combat with like this trade and them not playing anything, then I think we play Fire Nation attacks. We do this before it comes back. Oh no, it comes into tap. It doesn't matter. So I like our board. As long as they don't have like a board wipe or something. Sure, we're going to obviously murder that lion, the turtle lion now. The lion turtle now. Let's see if we get like punished for this. Okay, that's definitely not a punishment. If we draw a land, we can actually just swing with everything and kill them. Oh. We did not get the land. So we're doing it this way so that we can play out Tylee after combat so that we have the mana for it. And they can take one of my Firebenders. That's fine. They're at 5. We have a Boomy Bash in hand. At Tylee on board, something is going to be a block. If they play out their Zookeeper, we can kill the Zookeeper, make this guy small again. They have 1 card in hand. They're probably going to have to play out the Zookeeper and... can they Earthbend? No, they can't Earthbend because this costs 3 and it would have to tap whatever there is. Yeah, that's fine with me. Oh wait, did I miscount? I guess I miscounted. Oh well. Oh, he used this guy. Okay, so yeah, that's GG then. Alright, 4-0. This deck is 4-0. Hey, we finally did it. We hit Mythic. How bad is our rating? How bad is the Mythic rating going to be? We're getting here really late in the season. When everybody else is in the like, oh, 8-12. Hey, we have a number. I mean, going straight into a number at this point in the season ain't too shabby. I will take it. Happily. I feel like if memory serves, this used to qualify you for the qualifier. I think top 1,000 was originally like the qualifier, and then they made it 250 instead or something. While I was gone on my 5-year Magic Arena break. But yeah, no, that's cool. It's cool that we should be higher. We should be higher with our 4-0 status. We're a win. We have been cheated of a win on that rating. And no, for the rest of the draft, I will not stop talking about the fact that we are at a loss for we did not deserve. This is not great, but it's also not bad. I mean, it is bad. It's bad in the sense that we need to draw 2 more mountains, but it's good in the sense that I can play something on turn 2 and 3, which is more than I get sometimes. So if our opponent's deck is slow, we will be in a good place. And if their deck is fast, we're going to lose our 824 pretty quickly. That is okay with me. We have a turn 5 Fire Nation attacks probably. That's going to be cool. They, of course, just punish me more. Double red. All right. So there's basically no good way to draw at this point. Like, if we top deck... Actually, if we top deck something that costs 4 in our deck, that I think would be the ideal situation. No, I'm not going to block you. I have much more value in attacking you. Okay, I mean, that actually works. That's well for me. Does that work for me, though? Because we wouldn't get to attack. But I also really want to get rid of that card. That card can be really good in Boros. Obviously, they're going to drop like a Wartime Protesters or something that I can't deal with here. Or that, I guess. So yeah, this still isn't great for us. Obviously, we need some land. Some land would be fantastic for us. Specifically a mountain. Yup. Swing in for a bunch. So I think we kill the cadets at this point. Like, the cadets are scary. Okay, I mean... It is what it is. Okay, so they have something. Do I just do this, I guess? I just do this, I think. Well, that does in fact punish me for doing that. A little bit. Now, if they attack here, we have to really think about our blocks. But they'll probably just have removal for combustion. Of course. Of course. Who plays that card? That card is garbage. Sorry. But we're just drawing really bad here. There's nothing that we're just whiffing on all of our draws. Our opponent has been on 4 land the entire game. We are on 7 land after mulligan. Like, they have just been drawing gas, basically. That's what this tells me, right? We can replay the Trebuchet. We can drop the Peddlers, which is technically going to be able to trade with something. It won't be, though, because he's just going to Firebending Last Night or Lightning Strike it or any number of other things. Yeah, so that's... Yeah. That's what happens when you draw only land, I guess. Oh, having a numbered rank was very short-lived. Isn't 1,000 where it changes and you don't have a number anymore? I don't know. Maybe it's 1250 or something now. Waiting until we get to the percentages. But yeah, that was just very unfortunate. That's called flooding out, I guess. Nothing we can really do about it. We had to keep what we had. Wait, no, we didn't mulligan. We didn't mulligan. I'm lying to everybody. That was not the game we mulliganed. We mulliganed the game before this. That game we kept 2 land. 2 land? Yeah, because we needed to hit the 3rd land. Okay, yeah. So I don't know what happened. We just got really unlucky and drew like 5 land in a row. While our opponent drew pure gas. And it was all gas. Their deck was solid. It wasn't amazing from what we saw, but it was solid. And that's the thing about aggro in this format and limited in general a lot of the time is that you can win with a mid-range aggro deck, like a deck that is not particularly heavy on bombs or heavy on amazing cards. just purely on the back of capitalizing on your opponents getting mana screwed or something. We have a Messenger Hawk in this deck? Damn. I think that's like the first time I've seen it. Alright, cool. So we technically have a turn 1, 2, and 3 play. We're gonna play out. It doesn't really matter what we play out. We're not hitting. We don't have any doubles in our deck except for black. We only have a double black, and we obviously couldn't play that anyway right now. Please play something. We could play out Tylee first, but I feel like whatever we play out first is probably going to get removed, and I kind of like the idea of having the clue here. Even though our Messenger Hawk will probably never draw anything ever again. Do we have... Actually, this is a question... Oh, seriously? You jerk. That was really mean. The Messenger Hawk did nothing to you. He's completely useless now. Except for, like, poking you for 1 damage every turn, hopefully. I don't like my hand against what I assume they're playing. Like, if they haven't played anything in the first couple of turns, my assumption is going to be that they have cards that are actually, like, big or something, and we can't really deal with big things right now. We'll play with Zhong Zhong, and then this way next turn we can double Firebend or something. Or double, I don't know. Maybe you top deck Azula. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not really surprised by that, I guess. We're obviously going to make them pop their protectors right now. They gain a life, they draw a card, that's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. So I kind of like the idea here a little bit more, actually. Well, or maybe we just double Lightning Strike this turn. Or... Because I don't really want to... let either of these guys live. And then Zhong Zhong can still get value later if we find another lesson, which we know we have. There wasn't really any point in firebending there. Wasn't going to get us any value, unfortunately. We are in a pretty bad spot, though, if our opponent draws, like, anything good. Like, we kind of knew that was coming. Planetarium, damn, okay. That card is really, really strong. How does it work again? Whenever you scry or surveil, look at the top card of your library. You may cast the card without paying its mana cost. Do this only one. Yeah, that is absurd. That is an absolutely absurd card, and I don't have any way to deal with it. So if they, like, hit really anything off of this, they're just getting, like, a free card each turn. For 1 mana, and they have 2 choices, or potentially 3 choices. Well, 2 choices, and then 1, like, hey, this is the random card you get if you whiffed. And you can do it each turn, in theory. Okay, sure. So are they digging... Did they play a land this turn? No, no. Okay, well, there's our answer. So this still gets cast, so it's still going to go on the stack. Whatever it is. Right? Yeah, I just missed 1 damage. I don't know how relevant it's going to be. But we also could have just attacked there and made that unblockable. But that 7/7 is scary because it enables all sorts of other kill spells from them. Because green really likes to have creatures on the board to fight your things or to do damage to your things, and I just don't want it to stick around. Or Jong can still hit some airbending lessons. That's fine. That's what you're playing. I'm not so scared of you or anything yet. That's really good. Yeah, that's a good card, and you are... So obviously we're holding up sold out here, and then we can play Tylee post-combat. If they hit something. If they don't hit... Oh, okay. They hit many things. They just say good game. I don't think they should block here. Like, I feel like that's a bad choice on their part, but obviously it worked out for them in this case. We're just going to lose. We're going to lose very quickly. Whatever they had, they kept on top. They liked whatever they had there. Like, I don't see us getting 8 damage. Okay, that's... Your deck is crazy, dude. Your deck is crazy. What are the odds that they whiff? Obviously, the odds that they whiff are lower now. How many lands have they played? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's right? 9 lands. 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 lands. So presumably a little bit less than half of their deck is still land. So just whiff. Whiff for me once, please. Or not. Or not. We're going to lose gems. We're going to lose gems. We're going to lose gems. Should be gem positive. I'm going to complain to the Wizards of the Coast team. This deck should have had 4 wins. But to be fair, 4 wins is more than I ever expected this deck to get. That card is so good. Like, if you can survive to play it out, because obviously, like, it's an expensive card, and you can often just be dead before you play it. Oh, look at that. We're playing against... All right. Well, it was a good run. It was fun while it lasted, guys. I mean, we could also just mountain cycle this if we need to hit our mountain. Barrels of Blasting Jelly is like surprisingly good. That needs to go. Like, I don't want that on the board. We're going to lose because all we have is a box bearers, and they're probably going to just have gas. Like, but you know. And then this way, this will do some damage as well. When we play next turn, it'll ping for 3, basically. The question is, do we... We'll see what we draw first. Oh, it's a Trebucket. Okay, so we definitely play the Trebucket first. And I'm going to hold the land just in case they make me discard. They might have Firebent. Yeah, that would be good for them. Yep. Yeah, if they have the discard thing, it's better to hold this. We don't really need to hit 7 land anytime soon. Damn. Okay, I didn't know anyone actually played that card. I actually legitimately haven't seen anybody play that card, so it's interesting that we're seeing it in this deck. Are you playing it because it's a lesson, or are you playing it because you actually think it's good? Now, we're not going to run into a counter here. They need 1 more mana for that too. Okay, so that is unfortunate because it's a big creature. I don't have any other reason for why it's unfortunate, but I need 1 more mana. I mean, if they have a counter, I can't. Can I play around a counter right now, or do I just have to go for it? Because, like, come on, they have to have the counter, right? This is. If I play this, it gets jellied. Then I can't play this. We're just gonna go for the big guy. I don't think this is going to work, but it did work. Okay, cool. So they'll make a 1/1 here, unblockable, and cannot block, but if they have removal for me, that sucks. And if they don't have removal, then that's actually really good for us. Okay. Okay. So we swing in. See what they do. They have to double block, right? And this way we can get around Quench if they have it. Drop Tylee, and that's lethal on board if they don't quench it. I mean, it's not because they can Blasting Jelly the Tylee, but it's still pretty good. We just win on a couple of things. I still don't feel good about this. I feel really like we're not going to win. It's very unlikely that we win. Hey, left 5 open, so goodbye, Tylee. It's nice to know you. We can swing in. If we top deck Lightning Strike, we win. What can they get that screws me here? So Firebending Lesson is not enough. Price of Freedom is not enough. It's an artifact or land. Waterbending Lesson might be their best shot here. I don't know. It's just going to depend on what they have. They have 3 cards, effectively 4. If they have a blocker, we're in a bad spot. If they have removal, we're in a bad spot. That's probably going to really help them. That's going to get them something, I'm sure. Oh wait, we don't even win on Lightning Strike. We're 1 short of winning on Lightning Strike. Damn. Okay, that's a creature. Do they hit removal? Not yet. They can't even make a token. I'm, of course, just drawing land because that's what we do here. Now they'll filter that, I'm sure. Yep. Do you have it? Do you have the removal? Do you have 2 creatures? Come on. Let's see if he pops his. Yep, there you go. All right, 3 mana. 3 mana to find something. Will we get there? Nice. Your go. Hello. Oops. Good game. Come on. Hang's Journey. Oh. Ooh. Could they? No, they can't. Can they get the shrine? Did the shrine save them? No, it's not a shrine. It's a land. What do you have? Do we win? No, because we're 1 short. They have another turn. They cut. This. I forgot this gives you life. Will they find the removal? Lightning Strike wins it. They need 3 creatures. That is technically enough. What's the last card? Yes! We did it! The mongoose got there! Ah, it feels good. We did not have fun, though. That was not a fun game. Not a fun game at all. Anyways. That was crazy. Crazy that they didn't find an answer. It's crazy that it says we're 4-2, despite the fact that we're 5-2. All right. Is there anything else that we could have done to like win that game faster? I don't think so, right? Anyways, Fated Firepower, amazing card. Do not overlook it. Just the fact that it makes everything hit so much harder is just like, it's insane. Absolutely insane. I don't think we have mountains in the deck. I'm pretty sure there's no mountains in the deck. just based on what we've been drawing and getting our hands as, like, I'm pretty sure our deck does not contain mountains. Speaking of not containing mountains, but it's crazy because, like, we actually in reality have more mountains than we do swamps, but, like, we're not drawing them. And we have more mountains because we have multiple double, like, mountain cards, right? We have a double mountain with Combustion Man, and we have a triple mountain with the Fated whatever. Avatar Enthusiast. Obviously, this can get out of control really quickly. The Peddlers can just trade with it, so Tylee, we're going to play it first, so we can just start attacking next turn. And then we can Tylee make something make something not able to block, make her unblockable effectively, and then also play down the Peddlers. Yeah, that is a card. I hate that card passionately. They did not swing. All right. Two games in a row we've played against Realm of Co. Something. What do you have that is... I mean, I guess they're probably holding priority because of the... At a bare minimum, because of the Earth Kingdom Protectors. So we'll pay for this because we can't really use our mana this turn anyway. Get the Enthusiasts out of the way. Maybe they Razor Ring me, maybe they don't. I'm fine with that. Oh, okay. I'm actually totally cool with that too. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. 3 now. Yeah, obviously that's good. I'll make it indestructible. And we just have to find an answer eventually. Or it murders us. Alright, well, let's see if they have removal, I guess. Because the Combustion Man will definitely take care of it if they don't have removal. I mean, they already used their reversal. So on 3 cards in these colors, I feel like it's entirely likely that they do. This is the, like, highest value line that I think we have. Because, like, if Combustion Man sticks, we're in a good spot. If Combustion Man dies, we're probably dead. And I think we would... Like, I mean... Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's a good play, honestly. Ah, they have the freaking precision. Of course they do. Okay, now it's a good play. Now it makes sense. Everything makes sense now. We don't even... Yeah, we... Like, obviously this is going to start hitting me hard, and our Fire Nation attacks isn't going to be able to save us from it. As long as they get a creature. And they can start making creatures if they hit a land. Yeah, well, but they're not that land. That's pretty good, too. So yeah, the fact... Their last 3 cards were basically exactly what they needed to play this game. And our last 3 cards are land! Alright, cool, we have land. Lots of land. Lots and lots of land. Yeah, just draw all the good cards, I guess, right? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, well, you know, sometimes you only draw land, and that's just how it goes. 13, oh god, we just lost 300 spots. Oh, no, 200. We were at like 10-8 or something, right? All right, well, you know what? It will tell us that we went 4-3. But we know that this deck went 5-3, which is not bad. 5-3 is not a bad place to be, especially when the deck looks like this. It was not bad. It did not perform badly for what it was. I think we like never got Long Fang at all. I don't know if I think I drew this card once. Azula Always Lies honestly outperformed in this deck, way overperformed for what I thought it would be. Combustion Man, they had perfect removal for him. If he had have lived, I think the game would have gone significantly differently. And there's not much else to say about this deck, honestly. Like, it sucked, but still got 5 wins. And I will complain, mark my words. And maybe next time we'll get mythics that we can actually play instead of some of the best mythics that just wind up being completely unplayable in our deck, unfortunately. With that said, thank you for sticking around this long. If you've managed to make it through an hour and a half of me ramble about Magic again, please subscribe. We just started this channel, and I really want to get making some awesome draft videos and content for everyone, and that just helps support it. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow with some more drafts, hopefully. Thanks again, everyone, and have a good day.